Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the next segment into this build. Um, Tonight, kind of want to do not only do a quick recap, but what I've did, but also what I'm going to do tonight. Last time I had everything just taken apart and have finished talking about the windows and how to do the posting and recapping last time on the structural support on the backs. I went ahead and assembled most of the building, as you can see. It's turning out pretty cool. Got the other windows in here. Look how good that's coming out. You may be asking, why is there a gap at the bottom of this big piece? Well, I'll show you here in a minute. But it is turning out very awesome. I was not expecting this to turn out as well as it did. I really wasn't. So then we're going to be installing this is the front wall, and there's nothing on this side. And then we'll be doing the upper roof and the front wall installed today. And then I will be showing you how to install the window. I already went ahead and did the door because these can be a little bit of a pain and I didn't really want to waste the time. But essentially, the door frame goes around the door. You just divide the space of the piece so that the door, which comes in, so the door can actually stick to the back of the door frame, kind of like how you see it there. So we'll get this, and then I have some more bracing corner pieces, which I'm going to actually add to this kit. It's not necessary, but if you see that, the first question is what, see where the door is? There is a porch deck there, as well as one going to go on the front of the house, and the stick, and then I'll be showing you this here, which is the roofing, and we'll be shading the roof what color tonight. And then that's the roof that it will be. And then we're going to have a blacktop roof for that. I do have shingles that I could do there for this one if I choose to, but I'm going with what came with the kit. This is just a project that I'm not going to make it too complicated. So that's what we're going to build. But however, I'm going to be adding some of the supports right here on the front porch, just to kind of give it a, I don't know, kind of a feel. I'm going to play with it and see what I come up with. If I don't like it, then I won't do it, but that's kind of what I'm going to do with that, I think. I just think the entry just needs a little more than what is there. It's cool the way it is, but I think it needs a little something. And those posts just will add the right touch, I think. So with that, let's get to it. I'm going to zoom us in here. Instead, reverse that. I'm going to start with this. These are my side porches. So I'm going to get my Viterro, and on this one, as you've guessed on this build, gray has been the theme for most of it, other than the trim. There's a blue-gray. I did the gray over that, and that's also going to be the gray for the shingles. So I'm going to go with shadow gray for the stain. So why not stay with the color? So I'm shaking up the stain. This will only take a minute. But what I want to do first is I want to rough up the porch just a little bit, because I don't want it new. So yeah, there we go. Just a little bit. I want to just make sure that I'm able to just have some wear marks on it. When I stain it, they'll pop out a little bit. Okay, perfect. You won't be able to see them a whole lot. It just adds a little something to it. So now that I did that, I will just dip my brush in the bottle. That's how I always do it. This is one method I do it. I also use my eyedropper here for my stains. I bought them at, you can buy these glass eyedroppers at a pharmacy, or I got mine at Walmart in one of the I think it was in one of the aisles, wherever they have it. Only a couple of bucks, and I got this one's a straight one, and then I also have one that's kind of like this, where it's curved. This one's, I got it clean, but yeah. So I'm just gonna brush over this, and it's not wanting to stay. So where did my tweezers go? So I'm just gonna hold it with my tweezers lightly and just kind of go over it. Now, this will have to dry for a while before I can truly see the color of it, whether I'm going to add more to it or not. But if it dries well, I'm going to bring up a project right now that I'm working on right now. I am working on making a water tank right now, and I want to show you what the color will actually look like when it's dry. So hopefully this will come in pretty good for you. See how the silver and the brown just stand out? That's what I'm aiming for. See how this just has that silvery, aged look? That's what this shadow gray will do. And I didn't go very heavy on it. Some of them absorbed it pretty well. Some of the wood, just the way the wood is, it just kind of made it what it is. That's what I'm aiming for. That's the color. So let that dry for a minute. Put my cap back on, so if I knock it off, put that out of the way. Okay. Alright, I'm going to set this to the side for a moment. And I'm going to do the window, show you how I do the window. So for this, I'm going to zoom in so you can see it a little better. There we go. Okay. Alright, so as you know, on the back side, I showed you how to, got a piece of hair on that. So that's what the back should look like. I do need to adjust it just a smidge, and I'll do that when I peel the, there's a little peel cover that comes off the back side of this, which allows for the window acetate to stick to. So, and then we're going to stick it right there. In that spot. And to get this off, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, and then I will do it. I'm just going to take my knife and just kind of gently just kind of grab that and peel it back, and I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. Let me adjust this window first. There we go. So now I'm going to take my knife and I'm just going to come down on it. Put a little bit of pressure on it so you can grab the paper. And just pluck at it, just a little bit by little. And hopefully you'll be able to see that. Focus. See how that is coming down? I'm going to grab my tweezers here just to show you. See how that just peels right off like that? Just like a sticker. So now you peel that off and make sure your windows are all going the same way. For me, up here is what I made the top. So I'm going to bring this in. Let's set that down like that. And you will feel it go into the spot, and then you'll get it to look on the back side like that, which is cool. And then to keep the front on, I just put it face down on my work surface. Just press down on it. And then I grab a piece of acetate here. And I like to use, you can use a Q-tip, but I use a toothpick, and just make sure that it goes down in there. There we go. And you just kind of move it around. And what this does is it also helps it make sure it sticks to the back of that window and won't come out. There. That wasn't hard. And look, you got yourself a window. Let me back it out here. There. Now my camera will focus right. For some reason this phone on this camera does not like to zoom in and bring it when I'm already zoomed in. So there you have it. That's the front wall. All assembled other than the roof that goes over the front door, which will go right in there. So now this is ready to go in. We are ready to tackle gluing that in and gluing the other piece of the roof on. Once that is done, and the building is essentially complete. It's just the details, the roof, the awning, the porches, that kind of thing. And for those, you can do it however you want, really. But I have to say, so far, I am liking this, and it's coming out very awesome. So, that is, all I can say about that. And, it's all good though, you know? I mean, it's kind of how you want it. Anyway, next step, we are going to glue this on. So let me get my glue. And then we will get the it all put together. And my glue, I use Gorilla Wood glue. I love it. That's just what I use. And if you let it sit too long with your toothpick in it, it'll, like I did here, essentially, boom, it's clean. Very nice. So anyway, I'm gonna get a clean toothpick for this glue, and I am going to, let me make sure I'm gonna do this the right way here. Yep. Okay. So what I'm going to do is right along this edge on both sides, I'm going to put some glue. And then I'm going to take this piece from the back side and just marry them together. So, move you out of the way. If you hear a noise in the background, it's my heater. It's been kind of chilly here in Portland with all the rain. We've been down to the low 30s, and It's nice being able to work in a warm environment, let me tell you. Okay, so now we just take this and we just marry them together. Like, so what I do is I missed a spot. Okay. Now we're good. And so we just marry them together. Just like that. And then I just put it just like that. Well, this is being a pain. It's not. I got the support off just a little bit, so now it's not wanting to cooperate. So we're just gonna have to wing it a little closer than. There we go. We're just gonna have to do the best we can with it. This glue does not take long to set up, so I'm just keeping pressure as it sets so that it'll be where I want it to be when it dries. Alrighty. That is square. Make sure the top is square. I'm going to hold it there just for a minute just to make sure it stays. Sometimes glues do this. I actually got it in a little bit of a hurry when I put that brace on. So wood glue sets get pretty tacky pretty quick. So, but we're pretty good. So we are also going to go ahead and put on the upper roof top right now. Just so that we can get it done. So we look pretty good. Yep, that's starting to hold pretty darn good. So, the front's all smooth here, because I already did that. I got that to be smooth as possible there, as best I could there. Reason why you want it smooth is because these, which that actually looks pretty good. That's gonna go right there, but like that. So, letting that dry fully so I can see the actual color, how it's turned out. I'm gonna go ahead and put the roof on. So let's go ahead and dab that stuff on and get that in place so that we don't have to worry about it anymore. Don't really need to have too much up here, I don't think. I'm rolling and dabbing the glue on, just in case you are wondering. I dab the Q-tip in a little bit of glue, and then as I dab it on, I'm just kind of rolling the toothpick so that it rolls and lifts the glue. And what that does is it helps it set up and not get on your fingers, for one, and two, it makes it a little more tacky by the time you are ready to put whatever you are doing together. So, oops, there we go. Now, there's going to be a slight lip over the back angle side with a good chunk over the front. So, I think it's saying that we're going to do something like this. So, let me straighten it out here before it sets, and then I'll show you. Up close how it looks. So, see how you get, okay, there you go. See, there's a lip right here, and then there's a very small lip on the back. What that means, that just allows it to drip off and come down the back side. And then you have a little bit of a lip here. Well, I have siding that's going to go on here. Or not siding. I stand corrected. Facial trim, which is right over here. These guys. I will probably do this. This is probably this, and the I'll come back and do a final video of installing those. I will get them trimmed and ready to go, and I'll show you how with all that. on the next video, and then I will trim this up for the supports on here. And then we will glue the porch steps in and the roofing for that. So this is the last thing we got to do today in this video, and then we'll be done for this video. So this is kind of looking pretty awesome so far. I'm liking the outcome of it. Just love it. Okay, so we'll set that up out of the way there for now. And then I'm gonna make the shingles gray. So I'm gonna take my shingles, I'm gonna take my brush with my chalk, and I'm just gonna scrape off, and then I'm gonna shade in until I get to the consistency of gray that I want. And this is how I make my weathered gray shingles. I just cover it all up. I don't care that they're all gray. And so what I do is I just kind of dab. I don't brush, I dab, because I want to push. See, I'm pushing the color into I just take some extra that's on the table there. So before you get finished, you see how it's kind of a tan color? I will bring it up closer when I'm all finished. So you can see the color. And this part takes a little bit of patience. So, you just gotta be patient with it. So what I did is I did a base chalk. I'm doing this backwards because I want to see what it looks like. So, I could also do this too. And then you just lift it up. It is. So what I do is I just take this and I just keep running it through. This is just pigment powder chalk. So what I'm going to do is show you what I'm going to do. Get some of this in here. Do. See what I'm... Oh, I didn't even get it on there for you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just taking my little dropper and just dropping it right down on top of the shingles. I don't need much. That's all I needed, just once down and back. That's it. Let that dry for a minute because I have to, and I did that over the chalk for a reason. I wanted to see what the outcome would be. I've never done that. So normally you would do the chalk afterwards and live with it. So we'll let that dry. Put the chalk to the side. I'm not going to use these today. Set those off to the side. I'm done with that brush. So this is what they look like so far. I like it. They're turning out kind of a light gray with a little bit of shade to it. These, like I said, these will see that little gap right there? This will go and sit right below and cover that gap. Just like that. See how it covers the door? Well, that's exactly how it's going to go. And we'll cover that in the next video. Those are right about where I want them. They're just the right amount of gray. I'm hoping that I'm going to brush this a little bit. I do not know if this is going to turn out the way I want it. But we will see. And if I screwed up, it's okay. I got a whole pack of these that I got from Frank, from another order I did from him. But I am just winging this. And it's okay, because I got dark gray alcohol markers that can go right over this. So I'm just playing with the colors. So if I want it darker, I can do a darker color and all that good stuff. So next, I'm going to explain it this week, and then I'll recap how to do it, and I'm going to have it done so I can get a little more done on the next video. But essentially, on the back side of these, I've already colored it, but on the back side, oops. There you go. On the back side of this is white. It's also it's the same color as the window peel stuff. You just basically trim what you need to the width, to the length. Trim it, and then peel. This is two separate strands right here. There's one row, there's one strip, two strip. This is a little soggy, so I'm letting it fully dry to see what color it is. I might have to do something different, but that's what it looks like so far. A lot better than that tan stuff, huh? So far. Anyway, so you just peel it off. Actually, stand corrected. This side's the shiny side. But still, when it dries, I'll see what it looks like. I might have to do something different. I don't know. But anyway, you just want to cut it to the trim of this, and then cut it, peel it, stick it. You're good to go. Then you got the porch done. With that, we're going to end the video here. It's a little longer than I want. It's like 41 minutes into this, so wasn't intending to go this long. Hope you enjoyed what you see so far. Look out for the next segment coming up after Thanksgiving. Today is Tuesday, before Thanksgiving, so I'll be gone the rest of the week, so I will try to get the third segment done next week before December. Have this project done. And you guys be safe and enjoy all the modeling in the world you can. And have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your friends and family, or with whoever you're spending it with. Talk to you later.